In the summer of 1996 in Japan, the Nintendo 64 video game console was released to the public and was an instant success. It would later be released in September of the same year for North American consumers. If you were a Nintendo Power subscriber, you received a 15-minute VHS tape called Change the System, which was basically an extended advertisement for the soon-to-be-released console, along with all the games that were in development for it, such as Mario 64, Pilot Wings 64, and many more. Even in 1996, not a lot of people had internet access yet, and if you did, you'd be hard-pressed to find any sort of video game reviews, so the only way that we knew about what games were coming out were through TV commercials, magazines, or VHS promotions like these. As far as I know, there's only like 3 ways that you would be able to acquire one of these VHS tapes back in the day. One way was through Nintendo Power. You would take one of those inserts that you get in the magazine, mail it in, and they would send it to you to your house. The next way was through retail stores like Toys R Us, Best Buy, and Walmart, where they would just give it out for free so they could hype up games for Nintendo, so you would go back later and buy those games from wherever you got the VHS tape. The last way was through movie stores or, Blockbuster, Hollywood video type stores, where you would go in, they would give you a free rental so you could see the games that were going to be coming to the Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or whatever your local video store was. The tapes are nothing special today, they're just a really funny reminder of what the 90s were like, and my god, I love the heck out of the hamminess of these things. They're just a bunch of actors that are saying one-liners, and it's just a bunch of 90s cheesy editing and stuff like that. It's really fun to watch now, but back then, it blew our minds having to see games, footage, actual footage of new games that were coming out from Nintendo. That was a really big deal. The one that I remember the most was the Star Fox VHS tape because it promoted the rumble pack on the back for the game. See how it feels to feel what you see. That, I couldn't have said it any better myself, really. It blew our fucking minds being able to feel impact from the games that we were playing. This was awesome. Finding these things in the wild isn't too common, but if you go online to somewhere like eBay, they're actually pretty common. They range from $8 to $19, and the most expensive one I bought was the Majora's Mask VHS, which came in at about $21 plus shipping. And they're a great addition to a VHS collection if that's what you're into. They represent an era that kids today just wouldn't understand. It was just one of those things where you kind of just had to be there in order to understand it. And today it's just an odd reminder of what 90s kids and gamers had to go through in order to find out about new games that were coming out for their favorite video game consoles. I'm going to show you guys a short clip of the Change the System VHS tape so you can see how funny and silly it really is.
Greetings, gentlemen. Your journey begins this way, and from this way we go that way.
Yo, what is this? Yo, it's kinda dark in here.
No kid.
Hey guys, how you doing? So, I understand you're here to find out about the Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64, we call it that because it happens to be the world's first 64-bit hardware. Now, I could go on and on about all the technical stuff, but I think it's easier for me to explain that as I show you the game.
Hello!
So let me jump into the game. You notice that Mario's standing in this huge field outside of a big castle. Now, if I take the control stick and I just move it a little bit, you notice that Mario starts to tiptoe. I move a little bit farther, Mario starts this kind of slow walk. Crank it and he goes full-out sprint. Whip it in circles. Full 360-degree control.
360!
Now I'm going to cruise up into this castle, because that's where most of the levels are.
Go, little man, go.
Whee!
What kind of skills do you have, little man?
Now that I'm inside of the castle, before I go show you a level, I'd like to show you some of the cool things that Mario can do. Now, I'm sure you've seen traditional Mario games. You know that Mario can do things like climb and jump on enemies, but now Mario's got some stunts.
Check out Mario, man, doing those backflips.
I push the Z and then push jump. Whee! Mario does a layout double backflip.
Awesome.
If I run along, push Z, jump, whoa, Mario jumps a mile.
Oh, look at that. Did you see him climb?
I can get Mario to do things climbing trees. I can get Mario to do things by hanging on ledges. I can do a ton of stuff with Mario.
Oh, did you see that?
Yo, you see the way he went to that door?
No kidding.
Here we go!
Control stick is cool. It actually allows full 360 360-degree control. Okay, so I'm gonna cruise along here and jump into this picture. Oops.
Hey, how'd you do that?
Actually, it was pretty hard. We had a bunch of R&D guys with busted heads.
And that's going to be all for this video, nerdlings. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a new viewer and want to see more content like this, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I upload at least once a week, so there's always something to watch. Go ahead and check me out on social media. Links will be down below in the description. And again, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time in the Nerd Lair.